All right, hopefully you guys were able to get those prepositions in there. Remember, when you're reading long sentences and we're beginners, right? So if you can't like fluently read the whole sentence, which even after 4 weeks, I mean, 4 weeks we just started, right? But it's still, you can still break things down. Just take it slow, just like anything else, riding a bike or, speaking a language, whatever it is, do it piece by piece, do it slow, stage by stage. So on this, a lot of Samoan writings are written this way. It starts with the tense. Oops. It starts with the tense. So this is our tense. This is what we've been doing from, since week number 2. This is our tense. Our tense is combined with the action. The doer of the action comes right after, right? If we have another action, remember we have I'm sorry, if we have another subject, then, which one is the subject doer? In this case, we don't have that. So we do have another subject. We have the field, but it's a different kind of subject because the action is going to the field, or it's the boy ran in the field. So remember, there's a preposition, and you guys can blurt it out if you want to, but it means in, to, on, and it's sort of like a general, the most general one. So that's this one. So all of this right here would be considered the location phrase, tense, action, subject. The location is le malai, in the field. So what's our preposition for this one?
E.
Right, So le malai. And whenever it's like in or at or on, there's longer words for it, but when it's there, a lot of them kind of go on context, and this is one of them. So in the field or at the field, if we were being more specific. So in the next one, we're being a little bit more specific. All of these have the same sentence structure. Tense, na, action is lele, okay, or to fly, and then le manulele, the bird. The bird, that's our subject. Okay, tense action. So my mouse is not working. Tense action subject, and then our location is it's we le la out, and we're saying it's over the tree. So what would be our what's that thing called? The preposition.
Ilunga.
Ilunga. So remember, ilunga is over, above. So na lele le manulele ilunga ole la out. Okay, ilunga, ilunga. And if this is your first day, some people, I think they messaged and they said this is their first day. Remember, the G's are pronounced with nga. There's no g in Samoan language, so it's gonna be ilu nga, ilunga. All right. Sa moe, and then le pepe sa moe. So again, tense action. We have was sleeping the baby, and then we have in front of the bed. So le moenga. So we just need our preposition for in front of the bed. How do we say that?
Iluma.
Iluma. Exactly. Iluma. Luma. I'm sorry, you probably can't read that. Iluma. So in front of the bed. So far we have the general one, which is E. Then we have ilunga, which is above. We have iluma, which is in front. And then the next one is sa nofo le ali'i. And then we have blank le lau lau. So the man sat behind the table. Which one is that one?
Ituo.
Itua, itua o le lau au. I'm sorry, lau lau. Itua o le lau lau. Oh, and I actually forgot to write these up here. Ilunga o le lau au, iluma o le moenga, and then itua o le lau lau. All right. And then the next one, kind of a trick question, but not for real. O le a nofo le teine blank le fale oloa. The girl will sit in back of the store.
Itala atu.
Italatu. Okay, that's yeah. I guess you could say it like that as well. Um, Italatu. Oops. And then does anyone have another way to say it?
Itua.
Itua, yeah. So Itua. So and back behind is kind of like the same. Italatu is kind of like kind of beyond. It just depends, the context would have to change a little bit, but that's why I said it was kind of a trick question, but not for real. I put the wrong one in here twice. I meant to like mix them up. Um and there's several others. Let me show you guys the worksheet. There's like 200 of them. If just in case you left class early, I'm not sure if I showed you guys or not, but in I think it's class 7, there's a worksheet. All of these are right here. So all I did was I just pulled them from right here. So I didn't do anything special. Um, so and they have the exact same exercises that we just did. So go to week 4 and then or class 7 and then just do these exercises right here, and you can change them up as you want because on this um you can make it say whatever you want in English and then translate it. And again, it just takes practice over and over and over until you're like sick of doing it. When you're sick of doing it, that's when it's like you're there, you got it. Now it's time to move on to something else. Okay, so let me go back to so that's our quick review. There's a whole bunch of other location phrases, okay? So we talked about ilunga o, ilalo, iluma, itua, ifafo. That's I probably should have put those on the quiz, but ifafo, all of these pretty much work the same. Outside, inside of, and all of this, like talatu is like beyond, but beyond in the back. So that's kind of where I was getting at. Italane is along the side. Italamai, like if I'm sitting on this side and I say Italamai, you know, so it's along this side over here by me. Ileva, Itafatafa. So all of these right here, and they pretty much work the same, okay? And you just put them right there where the prepositions go. That's all. We'll have some examples of these because these you can actually start your sentences with these ones over here. So if I were to say something like the boy is near, I guess we can just do one example. I mean, they pretty much it gets redundant, so I'll do like that. So if I were to say, and I'll let you guys guess if you want to, if I say the boy is near the house, and near is e like um it just depends. So if we do like that, so that's the word for near. So if we were to say the boy is near the house, how could we say it? There's actually a few ways to say it, but
E
if
lakalaka,
anybody,
e lakalaka le kama i le fale.
awesome. E la kalaka le kama I le fale. So, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. So we have, this is our tense. This is so remember, it's not an action, it's descriptive, adjective, right? So tense, there are adjectives. So that's how we describe. We're describing where, he's near. Who's near? The boy is near. Near what? Il fale. Right? So, and again, like you might hear people, they'll omit it and they'll say, el akalaka le kama le fale, but most, it sounds right to me if we say il fale. So I think this is when people are speaking really fast, they'll drop a lot of stuff. So that's the only reason why I said that. But so el akalaka or el atalata, le tama, il fale, el akalaka le kama, il fale. So all of these right here that you see with oops, tusama, winga, like you can start your sentences with these because that's a tense marker. So we'll have more exercises with location phrases, but you know, the ones that we did so far, like tense action and then subject, and then when we get to the location, it's gonna be lunga o, ilalo o, and then you know these right here, you can start your sentences with these tense, adjective, and then who did it or you know who's near or according to what. So we'll come back to those. Um, let's get into something new and just change it up a little bit. Telling time in Samoan. This is usually fun for people. Because even if we don't know how to speak Samoan, a lot of us at least know how to count. Um, so if you don't know, we're just gonna go through it anyway. So tasi, lua, tolu, fa, lima, ono, fitu, balu, iva, sefulu. Or Kesau, Kasi, Lua, Kolu, Fa, Lima, Ongo, Fiku, Valu, Iva, Sefulu. If you can count to 10 in Samoan, the rest of the counting is going to be easy, okay? Because it just kind of builds off a principle, just like everything else we do in this class, just builds off of a simple principle. So get this down first, and then the rest of it's going to be pretty simple. So that's counting to 10. Now, when you go past the 10, right? If we were to say something like 21, for example. Let me just, where's my writing tool? Okay, so if we were to use the number 21, so we would have two, right? Two tens and then a one. So it's lua sefulu tasi. Okay, lua sefulu tasi. Lua sefulu tasi. And then if we were to say, well, the same thing, you might also hear people like, they'll say, and the one. So they'll say, lua sefulu maletasi. Lua sefulu maletasi. Okay. And that's pretty, I mean, that's everything kind of builds off of that. So it doesn't matter. We can just get any number, 53. If we say 53, you can blurt it out if you want to, but I'm going to erase these here. So if we were to say 53, how many sefulu is that? It's gonna be
Lima.
lima. Yep, lima sefulu,
Tolu.
and then tolu. Yep, lima sefulu tolu. Or if you want to, you could, you know, say the longer way out, lima sefulu male tolu. So that's, I mean, that's really all it is to it. I did kind of jump over. So if we were to say 11, while I clear this off, if you want to blurt that out, you can. Oh, that was fast. Okay, so number 11. How do we say that? We don't have to say zero sefulu.
Fultasi.
Excuse me. Right, we just say sefulu tasi. Sefulu, so it's a 10 and then tasi, sefulu tasi or sefulu mole tasi. If we were to say 15, what is that? If we say 15,
Sefulu
Sefulu.
lima.
sefulu lima. Yep, that's it. Sefulu lima or sefulu mole lima. So so hopefully you're seeing the pattern here. We'll just do one more. Let's do 78. I just see this number right here. So 78. How do we say 78? Fitu, sefulu, valu, or fitu sefulu mole valu. So I mean it's really straightforward, and usually I learned to count when I first started working out in high school. I would just every repetition I was gashi, lua, golu, fa, you know, and you do that, you know, if you keep going to the gym, then it's like, okay, I got that part. And then I had to learn like, okay, how do I say sifulu? I mean, how do I say 15? How do I say 78? How do I say 100? So now we're gonna go into I never do 100 of anything in the gym, but If there's 100 or something that you want to count, the word for 100 is selao, selao, selao. Okay, so if it's only 100, you don't have to say tasi selao. It's okay, you don't have to say that. But the rest of them you do. Lua selao, if it's 200. Tolu selao, 300s. Fa selao, 400. Lima selao, 500, and so forth. Ongo selao, fiku selao, valu selao, if selao. When we get to, you don't have to say sefulu selao, because that now we're getting to afe, which is 1,000, because 10 what is that? 10 hundreds is going to be 1,000. So that's another number. Okay, so we don't have to say sefulu selao. But the rest of these, except for tasi, because we don't have to say tasi selao. If it's going to be 100, let me just make sure you guys got this. If we were to say 108, well, how do we say that? So we don't have to say anything right there.
Selau molevalu.
Selau Malevalu. Yep. So it's a Selau. There's no Sefulu. So that was kind of a trick question because it's like, dang, how is it? No, no Sefulu. So Selau Malevalu. So we could just say Selau Malevalu. Okay. So 108. 108. And then usually after that, then it seems to me like people think it's it's easier for people. So if we were to say 200, 200 and well, let's do 208 just to see what people say. So what's this one?
Lua sila molevalu.
Yep, Lua Selau Molevalu. Yep, thank you. So Lua Selau, there's no Sefulu, so we don't have to say Sefulu because the numbers don't even go that high in this in that I don't know what you call it. In that place, we don't. It's that they don't even go that high in that place. So it's Lua Selau Malevalu 208. All right, but now if we wanted to say 200 and or 212, how would we say that? Yep, Lua Selau. We don't have to say Tashi Sefulu. We say it just like how you said it. We just say Lua Selau Sefulu Lua. Just like we counted, if it was just 12, we would say Sefulu Lua. So Lua Selau Sefulu Lua. Once we get to like the 20s, so if we were to say 223, that seems to be easier for people because now you're counting, I mean, you're saying every single thing up here. So how do we say 223? Let me erase this because it's confusing to me. Okay, now 223. And I guess this is why it's easier because something goes in every spot. So we say Lua, Selau, Lua, Sefulu, Male, Tolu. Everybody see that? Lua, Selau, Lua, Sefulu, Male, Tolu. And if you're just learning the numbers now, we might be moving a little too fast, but just remember, practice your numbers, everything that even your steps that you take. And when you walk up your steps, you walk down your steps, count everything that you do. If you're just walking, exercising in the morning, count everything, kasi, lua, golu, fa, lima, ongo, fico, valu, iwa, sfulu, sfulu kasi, sfulu lua, sfulu golu, fa, okay? And that'll help. You can end up counting really fast or learning to count really fast in Samoan, just by counting everything. Everything you do, just count it. So let's do one more number. Let's see, 763. 763. How do we say that? No, that's a 3 right there. 764. 764. How do we say that as I erase?
Itu selau. Ono sefulu malefa.
Yep. Yep. So all we did, we just said fitu selau. That's our seventh place. Then we need 6 of these sefulu. Ongo sef or did I say that? Yeah, ongo sefulu malefa. So fitu selau ongo sefulu malefa. Okay. So I mean it is pretty straightforward. And this week I think there's also a worksheet under class number 8. So you can download that worksheet as well. I have to double check that and make sure that they're there. Um, again, this lesson is just going to take a lot of practice um, with counting. So um, just take a few minutes. This is an exercise. It's 29 after here, so or everywhere in the world. So there's 6 of these. So let's just take 4 minutes, which is 33 after the hour, and then we'll go over these together. So 33 after the hour, do these, and then we'll go over them together. All right, let's see what we have here. This one right here, they're not numbered. So the first one,
Ono.
ongo, yep, ongo. Or ono, ongo. Remember, the N's can be pronounced as G's if this is your first day and you're confused about the pronunciation. The N's can be pronounced like G, so it could be ono or ongo. Ono or ongo. 14,
Sepulpa.
sefulu fa. Yep, sefulu fa. If you like wanted to emphasize or say it a different way, sefulu male fa. But they mean the same thing. The male just means and the. So it's just something that is done in the Samoan language, but sefufa. 38.
Tolu sefulu valu.
Dolu sefulu. So we're saying there's 3 tens, and then valu. Valu is 8. So tolu sefulu valu, golu sefulu valu. Yeah, did I say T or golu sefulu male valu? There several different ways to say it, but this is absolutely correct the way she said it. So tolu, golu, or sefulu, valu, um, tolu or kolu, sefulu mole valu. Okay. 79, how we say that?
Fiku sepulu iwa.
Yep, fiku, fiku, and I'm just gonna write it the T way, fiku, sefulu. So we have 7 tens and then 9. Fiku sefulu iwa. Fiku sefulu iwa. Fiku sefulu male iwa. Either way, all right? 261, making it a little bit longer here. How do we say that?
Lua selau. Ono sefulu tasi.
Ono my bad. Sefulu tasi. Awesome. So we have, this is our hundreds. So we have how many hundreds? Lua selau, 200s. We have our 10. How many tens we got? We have ongo or ono sefulu, 6 tens. And then we have tasi, 1. So luoselao ongo sefulu moletasi or ongo sefulu tasi. If you want to, you could say maletasi. The male and the usually comes right before the ones digit. And in this case, the ones digit is right there. On the next one, it's going to be where the 3 is at. On all of these, except for the ongo, the number 6, it's the 4. Well, yeah. The last number is usually that. Well, when you're in the 10 spots, like you just say sifulu fa. Was you some people might also say sifulu male fa as well. So if you're gonna say male, just to be just to say that, it's gonna be anything over tens, that last digit gets the male. So, uh, um, and then the last one, so Louis Silao was Kasi. And then how do we say 873?
Balus
Balu.
Blau. All right. Carry on.
Balu Silao.
Ficus
And then we
formal.
Pitu Sefulu. Okay, yep. Ma, yeah, I'll just write it out this time. Male Tolu or Malekolu. So we have 800s. Sorry, my mouse. 800s. We have 7 10s and the 3. Or if you just wanted to, you could just say that. Balu Selau Fitu Sefulu Tolu. Balu Selau Fiku Sefulu Kolu. All right. So yeah, if you got the counting down, the rest of today is gonna be a breeze. But it just seems harder if you don't have the counting down. But best way to do it is repetition, and there's no better repetitious thing than counting. To'a is a prefix for counting people. So it's a little different when you're counting people. The Samoan language is what I love about it so much is it adds different respects on certain things. Just like the A class and the O class, when it comes to counting people, there's a prefix just to count people, and it's called eto'a. Eto'a. So even if I said eto'a fia means in this context is gonna mean how many. So if I say eto'afia, so how many people? To'afia. So if you put to'a in front of the fia, we're talking about people because we're saying eto'afia. Eto'afia tama. Okay, so and then if you look at it even closer, like this whole sentence, eto'afia tama itotonu o lepotu. So we're going back to our original format. We have our tense, we have our to'afia. I don't know if that's a. I don't think that's an action. It might be a adjective. Um, whatever. It starts with the A. Our subject that we're counting is going to be a S. The tama, and then our location is itotonu o lepotu, inside of the room. So we're saying how many boys inside of the room. Eto'afia tama itotonu o lepotu. How many boys inside of the room? And then when you say eto'a, if I say eto'a ono, so what we're saying here, we're just replying like there's this X number of people in the room. When in context we were talking about boys, right? So and then what's this number right here? Ongo. Eto'a ono. That's gonna be 6. Yeah, 6. So we're saying it's 6. So and because we say eto'a, we know that we're counting people here. So and again, that's just one of those things that in Samoan language it gives respect and lets you know that we're talking about people in this instance. So eto'a. Um not all the time people say it. Sometimes people just say, yeah, ongo. Somebody asks how many people's in there, how many boys are in there, we just say ongo. But technically, like if you hear eto'a, that's because we're counting people and we're supposed to give people that prefix to'a, eto'a. Okay. Now, if we say eto'afia tangata ile ta'alonga, what does that mean? So we say eto'afia. How many? Tangata is anybody know that word?
People.
People. Sorry. How many people in the ta'alonga? Anybody know that word?
Classroom.
Uh, no. So vasenga, that would be classroom or like in the class.
Game.
Game in the game. Ta'alonga. So ta'alonga is game. So eto'afia tangata in the game. So how many people in the game? So we say eto'ase fuluvalu. So what's that
18.
number? 18, exactly. 18. So sefuluvalu means sefuluvalu means 18, but because we said etoa in front of sefuluvalu, we know that we're talking about people. So that is just the prefix for people, etoa. So you just throw that over any number, and that's gonna indicate to the listener that I'm talking about people here. Etoa sefulu valu. Okay. 18 people. People. Etoa sefulu. All right. Erase. Okay, let me see what else we can do here in this last quarter of the class. Okay, so telling time. We might just only be able to do the definitions, and we'll just review all of this stuff again, of course, next week. But so if I were to say ta is to strike. Ta is to strike. And you know what would make more sense if I just put the whole sentence up here? So when someone says ukalifia, and I'm pretty sure if you've been around the language, even for a couple of days, you would probably hear somebody ask what time it is. Uata or uaka lefia. Okay. So, oh, my bad. So, uata. So again, we're going back to tense, action, subject. So, ua is our tense marker. Ta is our action. Lefia is the how many. So that's our subject. So I'm asking you, it struck the how many? It struck the how many? Okay. So let's go back to our definition. So ta is to strike. Okay. That's our action, to strike, or not to strike like that. So whatever the time does, in your mind, whenever it gets there, that's what the ta is, the ka. It goes to that. Okay. Ua is our tense marker. So remember, that's the update tense marker. So whatever, it doesn't matter what time you asked, you could ask me right now, and then you can ask me right now. The time always changes. So so no matter what time you ask me or when you ask me, I'm updating you of the time. So I'm saying ua ta, it has struck. It has struck. It doesn't matter. You can ask me again right now. It's changed again. Maybe the seconds only changed, but no matter when you ask the time, I'm updating you as the listener and speaker relationship. I'm updating you. Uata, and then lefia is how many. So altogether, just that's how it translates to um it has struck how many? Like what time is it? Ukalifia. Okay. Toy. Toy. So when we start making our sentences longer, the toy, um, it talks about how the time before. So if I were to say uatoy lima minute, it's 5 minutes before the hour, or before one, or before three, or whatever. So toy tea, we're talking about after the hour. Okay, tea. Taimi means time. That one kind of sounds similar. Itula, this probably should have a fatma over the a. Itula. Afa means half. That's kind of easy because a lot of us are afakasi. People, half. I'm half this, half that. Well, half the hour. If you want to use half the hour, then it's you just say afalelua, like it's 2:30, half to two. It's half to five, afalelima, or whatever. Uakwata, uakwata, kwata is a quarter. So we're talking about quarter of whatever hour, and we're gonna go over each and every one of these. This doesn't say minute. The Samoan side says minute, minute. So back to day number one, pronunciation, Samoan pronunciation, minute, and of course the English side just says minute. So minute, a minute, secone, secone, and then second. So yeah, these words come from the English language. We just, Samoify it. So secone, second. And then toi, toi, iti, koikiki. can't say it slow. Kokiki ka or toititi ta is almost. It's about to be. It's finna be. It's going to be this time. It's close to. So kokiki ka. It's almost about to be one. Kokiki ka lelua. It's gonna be two. It's about to be two. Close to two. Okay. Um. So I guess we'll do this last slide and then we'll stop and we will resume with time review in the next class, and then we'll come down to this time quiz and do that. So if I say uokalifia, again, this is the time structure talk when people are speaking. Uokalifia, uotalifia, what time is it? Uotalifia, it has struck the what? So again, the ua, that's our tense marker, right? And so if I say uota lelima, it has now struck the 5. Uata lelima. If I say ua afa, remember afa is half, so it is half the 5. It's 5:30. If I say ua kokiki ka lelima, so it's almost 5. So that's, it's not exact. That could mean it's 4:52. It can mean it's 4:38. It's almost 5. Like, so it's almost contextual, but I'm letting you know that it's almost 5 o'clock. Ukokiki ka lelima. All right. Uatoe. So this is a sentence here. We just have to fill it in with the description. So if I say uatoe and then 5 minutes, lima minute y le lima. So uatoe lima minute y le lima. So it's 4:55. So what I'm saying here, the toy is we're talking about time before the um before the 5. So uatoy, so it has become before 5 minutes to the 5. Uatoy, uatoy lima minute ile lima. All right. Um, and then if the minutes afterwards, I'll say ua, and then I'll say 5 minutes, lima minute, and then ete ai le itula. So it's 5 minutes after the hour. And someone made a point, I think it was Leishan, he always makes the great points. But like in terms of time, people might just say they just say fa lima lima, 4:55. Like that's what time it is, like 4:55. So and here we try to do things like all the way like in a book, but in actuality, it might be way shorter than that. It's just sometimes it's better to know all of it and then reduce it down than to learn the slang or the short version of it. So, but when it comes to time, it might just be, it's probably okay just to say, "Fa lima lima," or, I don't really know, like, but, um, because I kind of learned it the other way, like the long way around. So if I were to say, "Ua lima minute," ete ai. So I'm saying it's 5 minutes after ete ai, after the what? Le itula. Or so in this case, the hour is 5. So 5 minutes after 5. Okay. And then the last one, um, and you'll hear this all the time when people say, what time is it? They'll say, ole ale ke mi ole. So what time is the ta'alunga? What time is the game? Ole ale te mi ole tifanga. What time is the movie? What time is the, whatever. So this is just something that you can add in your Samoan repertoire of just questions to ask. And this is actually a question that shouldn't be like that. Um, so we'll end it right there because this is a whole new thing. Our quiz, Uakalifia. So we'll start right here next time with our quiz. So just, how do you say 8 o'clock? It is 8 o'clock. It is 7:30. It's, and so forth. And what else? We don't do the group act unless you guys want to. And then we'll do this new sentence structure. All right. That takes another like half hour sometimes. So any questions, just hang around. If not, Paftai Lava. See you guys on. I don't think we have. Do we have a holiday next week? June 2nd. I don't think so. I'll be here.
No, no
Okay,
holiday.
good. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So we had Mother's Day. Then we had something was last week. I forgot, but I was
Memorial.
already Memorial Day. Yeah. I was already like gone by the time you guys logged in, if you guys came. So Paftai Lava. Thank you guys. Have a great weekend.
Kaya uli mo.
Paftai
Wala po.
Lava. Paftai Foti. Fa.
Ah.
Manuele Vayaso. Yep. Foti. Yep. I forgot it is Samoan language week.
Ah.
All right, guys. Bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.